When your cat suddenly freezes in the middle of the room and stares intensely at an empty ceiling, do you actually know what they are trying to tell you? Yes, it looks completely mysterious, maybe even a little bit creepy, but behind that blank, unblinking gaze, there is a fascinating biological reality that most owners completely miss. They are not seeing ghosts or spirits hovering in the corners of your room. But if you misunderstand this intense behavior, which many people do, you might accidentally ignore them. You could be missing crucial messages about their shared environment and their sense of safety that they have been trying to communicate with you for years. Let us start by uncovering what that quiet, unsettling stare really means for you and your cat, and why paying attention to it matters so much. 1. It was never about ghosts. Your cat is not reacting to the supernatural. They are actually reacting to the invisible acoustic architecture of your house. Have you ever noticed how they will track something invisible across the plaster, moving their head inch by inch, even though there is absolutely nothing there? A lot of people joke that cats can see into another dimension. It makes for a great story, but the truth is actually grounded in their incredible ears. Their hearing is so sensitive, they can detect frequencies up to 64 kilohertz. To put that into perspective, human hearing usually tops out around 20 kilohertz. According to feline behaviorist John Bradshaw, cats use their funnel-shaped ears to pinpoint high-frequency sounds, like the faint rustling of tiny insects inside the walls. If they could put it into words, it would sound like this. I am not seeing spirits. I am listening to the skeleton of this house. So the next time they freeze, listen closely with them. They are doing the hard work of monitoring the space that keeps you both safe and secure. And by the way, if your cat ever suddenly stops doing this, do not brush it off. We will get into what that silence really means at the end. 2. The invisible highway above us. That ceiling might look like a boring flat surface to you, but to a cat, it is a bustling intersection. Do they ever tilt their ears backward while looking up, almost like they are trying to catch a faint signal from a tiny satellite dish in another room? They are listening to the plumbing pipes shifting inside the drywall, or perhaps a tiny house spider patrolling the ceiling beam far above us. If they could speak our language right then, they would tell you something very simple. I hear what vibrates through the walls. I am on duty. 3. Light refraction and shadow dances. Sometimes it is not about sound at all, but about how light bends across your white ceiling paint. Their eyes contain a special reflective layer behind the retina called the tapetum lucidum, which amplifies even the slightest shadow or micro movement. A single speck of dust drifting across a sunbeam on your ceiling is enough to trigger their hunter focus into full gear. Even a dust speck in the light beam tells me a story. I am always watching every little detail around us. And hey, if this is already lifting some of that indoor cat mystery off your shoulders, hit like and subscribe so we can reach more owners who deserve to know. 4. The memory of vertical safety. To understand why your cat looks up, you have to look back at their wild feline ancestors. In the wild, small felines were both predators and prey. Securing high ground was literally a matter of survival against larger predators. International Cat Care notes that arboreal security is deeply hardwired into their brains. Looking up is scanning their vertical perimeter. High ground means safety. Even inside four walls, my instincts still tell me to check every corner above us. 5. When ceiling staring becomes a message to you. Have you noticed how your cat looks up, then immediately turns to look back at your face? Researchers at Oregon State University call this social referencing. They are checking your reaction to see if there is any actual danger. If you stay calm and relaxed, you are telling them everything is safe. You are their ultimate anchor in an uncertain world. I look up, then I look back at you. Are you aware of what is happening around us right now? 4. The memory of vertical safety. To To understand why your cat looks up, you have to look back at their wild feline ancestors. Have you ever wondered why domestic cats still treat the top of your bookshelf like a survival vantage point? Most people think indoor cats climb high just to play or lounge around. But that is only half the story. In the wild, small felines were both predators and prey. Securing high ground was literally a matter of survival against larger predators. International Cat Care notes that arboreal security is deeply hardwired into their brains. Looking up is scanning their vertical perimeter. High ground means safety. Even inside four walls, my instincts still tell me to check every corner above us. Giving them vertical spaces like a high shelf or a tall cat tree is one of the best ways to honor that ancient need. When they own the high ground, their ceiling stares turn from anxious vigilance into calm, confident oversight. 5. Beyond the senses and instincts, there is a profound emotional layer to why your cat locks eyes with the ceiling. When you share a home with a cat, you are not just roommates, you are partners in a shared territory. Feline ethology research confirms that cats view their entire indoor living area as one giant, unified territory that includes you. Every square inch, from the floorboards to the highest ceiling corner, falls under their watchful supervision. This entire space is ours to protect. I watch the sky above so you can rest in peace down below. When you understand this, every silent ceiling stare becomes a quiet love letter written in pure vigilance. Now, as we near the end of our journey, let us return to the most important warning of all. Let us explore what happens when that vigilance suddenly fades away into absolute silence. This is the moment I promised you at the start, and it is something every cat owner needs to understand. If your cat has always been an active ceiling watcher and then suddenly stops reacting to every single sound entirely, pay close attention. Veterinary behavioral science shows that a sudden loss of environmental vigilance is often an indicator of hidden pain, stress, or sensory decline. Research highlighted by the Cornell Feline Health Center notes that cats hide discomfort instinctively. When vigilance drops, it is a whisper for help. So if your cat stops looking up entirely and seems detached, do not just assume they are aging gracefully. Check in on them. If you notice a sudden, total behavioral shift, a quick visit to a qualified veterinarian is always the safest and most loving choice. If I stop looking up, listen closer to me. I trust you to notice when something is not quite right. Most of the time, though, that ceiling stare is simply your cat being an extraordinary guardian of our shared space. They are decoding frequencies, tracking shadows, and honoring ancient instincts, all while keeping watch over you. So whenever you catch them staring blankly at the empty ceiling above, remember what is really happening in their brilliant minds. They are not disturbed by ghosts. They are bound by love and duty to the space we share. When your cat stares into the empty ceiling above you, they are not looking at ghosts. They are looking after you. In a world you cannot hear, they are standing guard, making sure you are safe and protected every single moment. You were never alone in that room, and you never will be.